Hey guys, Nathalie, Domina, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you do not know who I am, I'm a Roman Catholic YouTuber and I do YouTube videos on all things Catholicism. So if you're Protestant, Catholic, or whoever you are welcomed here. So today I'm going to be doing a video on two things that have kind of lost their way in the Catholic faith within the liturgical year, but they still do happen and hopefully we can start celebrating them again. Well, not really celebrating, just going through them. It's not really a celebration. But anyway, those two things are Ember Days and Rogation Days. So I'm going to start off first with Ember Days. And I just want to say that Ember Days are not an obligation anymore, but they are an opportunity. Each bishop has the authority to allow them or not allow these Ember Days. Well, not allow, just not enforce that you can do them if you want, but you aren't mandated to do them. So most bishops say that. But I think that it is a beautiful practice and thing to do. So yeah, I'm just going to be explaining what Ember Days are and how to go about them. So Ember Days happen 4 times a year. They are days for prayer, fasting, and abstinence, just like every Friday should be, and or Ash Wednesday and Good Friday and days like that. So you basically experience the same thing with Ember Days, but they happen 4 times out of the year, going and correlating with the 4 seasons of the year. So the word ember actually comes from either the Greek word yemben, if that's how you pronounce it, yemben, which means circle, which could refer to that it happens 4 times a year and it just keeps circling around, or from the Latin word quator tempora, which means 4 times. So, because it happens 4 times, so it either comes from either one of those words or a mix of both of those words to say that it happens 4 times a year, and you repeat it in like a circular motion, like our liturgical calendar. So, like I was saying, that the Ember Days happen 4 times out of a year, and those 4 times are marked by the 4 seasons. And the reason we celebrate Ember Days, I keep saying celebrate, but again, it's not really a celebration. It's more of a remembrance and blessing and thanksgiving for God to give us these 4 seasons, and to remember that each 4 season, God gives us gifts and blessings, and we thank Him for the earth and that we are able to bear fruit and harvest from the earth. We are supposed to thank God for the workers out in the fields, and to remember that God's land is good and that He gives us all that we need and is the good provider. Okay, so Ember Days can be split up into 4 times out of the year, and they happen for actually a week, and you celebrate them only 3 times out of that week, which I will explain what those days are in a second. But for the winter Ember Days, you will celebrate them the week, so starting with the day after St. Lucy's feast day, you'll celebrate them the 3 times out of that next week. So after St. Lucy's feast day, and then the spring one is after the first Sunday of Lent. So after the first Sunday of Lent that week, you will do the 3 Ember Days, and then the summer one after the spring one is the day after Pentecost. So that next week you will celebrate the Ember Days, and then the fall one is after the exaltation of the cross, so that next day, and then you'll celebrate the 3 times out of the week. So the 3 days that you are supposed to be abstaining, fasting, and praying are Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So like, let's use the winter one, for example, for St. Lucy. So after St. Lucy's day, the following Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday is when you are to abstain from meat and fasting and all of that. So yeah, it's basically it. That's just how you like when they are and things. People get it very confused and they get confused on how to do it, but it's really simple. It's just marked. It's after the 4 main seasons. It's for the 4 main seasons, and it's after 4 feast days, so that you can like remember when they are. So yeah, it's pretty simple. So yeah, that's that. And now how to actually go about doing Ember Days. So It's basically just like your average Ash Wednesday or anything like that. You want to fast. So whether that be eat like 2 small meals or something like that, or you don't eat meat. And yeah, to be in deep prayer and thankfulness and blessing, to feel that blessing and to be grateful and have a grateful heart for God and his creation and his ability to let you work and provide. So with the praying part, actually, we want to pray for priests, especially during this time, because they are the ones that are called to reap the harvest. And we're focusing a lot on the earth and the workers, and priests are the workers for the earth. And the Saturday of Ember Days were actually days a long time ago of ordination for priests. So this time, in these 4 times out of the year, you should be praying a lot for the priests and thanking God for them and to let them continue doing good work for him. And yeah, so it's an interesting fact that they used to ordain priests on the Saturday of Ember Days. So I thought that was quite interesting. So before I go into talking about Rogation Days, I just want to say that the next upcoming Ember Day that is coming up is Pentecost, is the day after Pentecost. So if you want to start this, it'd be good to start it now because you have that Wednesday after Pentecost that you can start. So now for Rogation Days. So the word rogation actually comes from the Latin word rogare, which means to ask. This time of Rogation Days, of the Rogation Day of the year, is supposed to be asking God to have mercy on the world, for him to not cause storms, for him to take care of the earth and to be merciful, instead of just being the just God. I mean, that he is a just God, but also merciful. So to thank him and plead for his mercy. So Rogation Days happen every April 25th, and then the 3 days preceding the Ascension of God. And yeah, these days actually come from different like historical backgrounds you can look into. But yeah, Rogation Days aren't that like well known, I would say. To me personally, I would like practice Ember Days more. But yeah, Rogation Days, it is good to reflect on. They both have to do with like the earth, so it's good to reflect on God's mercy that he has for us and the earth, and again to ask him to protect us and to nourish us and things like that. So that is it for today's video. I hope that was helpful for you guys, because it definitely was helpful for me. And if you liked this video, please like and subscribe down below if you haven't already. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and so does God. Have a blessed day, y'all.